Britain invented the railway. So why it is the slowest in Europe?
Welcome to Fix Britain. No politics, no lies, no propaganda, just logic and common sense for you.
Britain has spent £50 billion on a railway and stopped before it reached Birmingham. This is not incompetence. That is a system working exactly as designed. Today I am going to show you the design. The question: Britain invented the railway, 1830. Not France, not Japan, not Germany. Here, Britain gave the railway to entire planet. But inventing something first does not guarantee staying best at it. France now runs trains at
186.
Japan at 375. 375. Faster than a propeller aircraft. The average speed of a long-distance train in Britain today, 67 miles per hour. The country that invented the railway is now the slowest in Europe to use it. That did not happen by accident. There is a mechanism, and it has two parts: the tracks. Think of a motorway, straight, wide, fast. Now think of a country lane, narrow, full of bends. You cannot drive at motorway speed on a country lane, not because your car is broken, because the road was not built for it. Britain's railway tracks are country lanes, built in 1840s, not for passengers, for coal, heavy, slow coal wagons, going from mine to airport. The bends in those tracks are still there today. Some intercity routes in Britain still follow Victorian land purchases, not engineering decisions, land purchases. Because in 1845, the railway company bought whatever land the land owner would sell and built around what he would not. Physics does not negotiate. A train doing 375 miles per hour needs a track that is almost perfectly straight. The curve that worked for a coal wagon in 1845 is a speed limit in 2026. So what did France do? France did not try to fix the old tracks. France abandoned the idea that the old tracks could ever be fast and built new ones from scratch alongside the old network. A completely separate system just for speed. 20 years to build, but they built it. Japan did exactly the same. The Shinkansen never touches the old network. Never. Not once. Japan did not upgrade the old railway. It abandoned the idea that the old railway could ever be fast. And Britain tried. It was called HS2. The first new high-speed lane in Britain in 180 years. Supposed to fix the geometry. Supposed to change everything. The system spent £50 billion and stopped it before it reached Birmingham. But here is what I need you to understand. Even if they had finished it, even if every mile was built tomorrow, you still would not travel at 375 miles per hour. Why not? Because the tracks are only half the problem. The other half is invisible. The formula. There is a document, not secret. You can find it online. The Treasury Green Book. It sounds like bureaucratic paperwork. It is the mechanism that decides what Britain builds. Every time the system wants to build something, a road, a bridge, a railway, someone must decide. Is it worth the money? The Green Book has a formula for that. At first glance, the logic sounds reasonable. Invest here. Investment produces the biggest return. The formula asks one question. How much is the time saved worth? If the people using this railway earn more, their time is worth more. If their time is worth more, saving them 30 minutes scores higher. If it scores higher, it gets built. Simple, logical, rational. And the place in Britain where people earn the most, London. Not because anyone choose London, because the formula optimizing for economic return rewards places that already generate the most economic activity, which means investment follows toward existing wealth. Every time. The Green Book has been running since 1991. 30 years of infrastructure decisions. Through this formula, Birmingham waits, Manchester waits, Leeds waits. HS2 was approved by this formula and stopped by the same formula because the regions beyond Birmingham generate less economic return per hour saved. So the formula prioritizes economic return over regional balance. This is not corruption. This is a formula doing exactly what it was designed to do. The question is, what was it designed to optimize? The receipt, the numbers. Average long distance train speed in Birmingham, 67 miles per hour. France, 124. Japan, 164. Japan opened its first bullet train in 1964, 62 years after Britain gave the railway to the world. Japan's built trains have carried 10 billion passengers, 0 fatal accidents. Britain is still debating whether to finish the line to Birmingham. At the time of recording, the line does not reach the city. Check where it stands today. What will not have changed is the formula that stopped it, because the formula is still running right now, deciding what gets built next and whether that investment follows. Here's what nobody explains. Britain does not have a railway problem. Britain has a geometry problem, an incentive problem. The tracks are the wrong shape for speed, and the formula that decides what gets built optimizes for places that already have wealth. Japan did not get faster trains because Japan is richer. France did not get fastest trains because France is smarter. They made a structural decision to build separate tracks from scratch, to change how investment was calculated. So that geometry did not determine what goes built. Infrastructure can change faster than countries expect. France proved it. And Japan proved that. The question is not whether it can be done. The question is what the formula needs to value for it to happen here. The country that gave the railway to the world cannot finish a line to Birmingham. Not because the engineering is impossible, because the formula that decides what gets built was not designed to build it. But here is one more question. The formula has been running since 1991. It has shaped every major infrastructure decision in Britain for 30 years. The rules. And what were those rules? Designed to optimize. See the channel for more programs. Thank you for your attention.